And we're recording. So hello, thank you girls. Thanks Bron and Emma for jumping on live with us. I know it's not a great time for everyone, but it's now or never because I'll hit the bed and won't get off it. I'm really excited that you guys took a chance on me and joined this group. A few girls have already started doing the training and are getting results, which is great, but I wanted to cover a few things. Now, I've shown you what step 1, step 2, and step 3 is. Good night. Sorry, my son's just going to bed. I've told you what step 1, step 2, and step 3 is, and step 4, which is like just keep doing it. So I'm not going to go over that again because I've verbally shared how to do that in the group, but it's a very simple thing. Make a post, message people, offer them a sample pack. If they don't want it, move on. No big deal. If they say, yeah, sure, I'll grab one next week, get them to fill in the form that you're going to create and get them into this stick event. The stick event is already going to be huge. I can feel it. We've got people coming in there. I'm doing daily posts. We're going to get people interested and excited. And especially if they're getting sticks sent out to them, these trial packs along the way, they're going to share on that page how much they enjoyed it. And it's like a social situation where they see other people who aren't associates liking the products. It sort of like ticks these great boxes. So the first thing I want to go over I guess is, let's talk about groups first of all. I'm going to talk about how to find groups because a couple of the girls came to me. So I'm just opening my screen in the background while I do this. A couple of the girls came to me and said, I've run out of groups. There's no more groups. Or I'm trying to, and I said, what do you mean there's no more groups? There's like 1 billion groups on Facebook. And she said, oh, no, well, I'm trying to join the ones that Shannon's not in or that you're not in. And I had to be very honest. I said, just because I'm in a group does not mean you cannot be there and post in there. Of course, we're going to show each other etiquette. We're not going to post within 24 hours of each other. If you go into a group and see someone's post, and even though it was made 2 days ago, it's still really close to the top, just don't post. Move on. There's enough groups. And again, if I'm in a group, I'm in 1,000 groups, and I certainly can't post in all of them. So while you may think I shouldn't join a group because Nikki's in it or Emma's in it, please don't feel that. As long as, you know, Emma hasn't posted within 24 hours or recently, you can't see that post, they don't own that group. So I'm going to try to share my screen with you now. Hopefully I can do that. Just a second and I'll start sharing my screen. Yep. Anyway, okay, so hopefully you can see my screen now. I'm just... Can someone nod? Yep, Bron's nodding. Awesome. Okay. So when you're on Facebook, you want to start looking for groups. Now, I know that it's going to be a little bit different if you're searching for groups on your phone, but it's not that different. You can still do this. I work a lot from my computer now. I used to be like a person that was just on their phone, but it really is so much easier to work from a computer. It really is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into the search bar and we're going to start search for suburbs. We're not going to search for a Queensland buy and sell page because Queensland's a really big place, and the best buy and sell pages are suburbs. They're not Brisbane buy and sell. They're the little suburbs in that or that country town. Country towns are fantastic as well. So the first place I can think of is Dalby. I don't know why, that just came into my head. So all I'm going to do is search for the town or suburb name, Dalby, and press enter, okay? And then at the top of my screen, you're going to see it says all posts, people, etc. I'm going to scroll on over and click groups. Okay, and so now on the side here, it's going to say, make sure you've filtered it to say any group. That includes public and closed groups and any group, so not just my groups. And then you're going to start searching through them. So you're going to find a few that you've joined before, and then you're going to find another one that says Dalby and District Community Notice Board. Well, I'm going to join, oops, sorry. We're going to join that one. Join it from your personal profile, not your business page. Whew, they didn't want to have any questions answered. Fantastic. Now, I don't read the group rules first. I join a group, and then when I get approved and before I post, I look at the group rules, because otherwise this takes too much time. So I just join, and then come back to it. So growing up in Dalby, probably not a place where they were going to want my business posts. Dalby buy and sell. Yes, mine. I'm going to join that one. Okay. Please indicate if you're prepared to read the rules. Of course I am. And when it pops up where I live, do you think I lie? I do. I say I live in Dalby. It's terrible, I know, but I do. All right, so as you can see, I'm joining groups that way. It is the easiest and quickest way to join groups. You can scroll through and there are going to be so many listed, okay? And then when you find another place, grab a different place. So we're going to go Eaton Hills, which is a postcode a suburb in Brisbane. Okay, same thing on groups, and then scroll through the lists. If you don't know how to find suburbs, all you need to do is Google, okay, suburb lists in Melbourne. Okay, things like that. Suburb lists in Melbourne. You can do small towns in Australia. I don't know what they call them in the UK, Emma. Is it suburbs, provinces? I'm not sure. You can tell me later. But whatever it is in the UK, you can do that exactly the same way as well. So that's how you join groups. Please don't ever come to me and say, I've joined all the groups, because that is just not possible. And if you have, start joining all the American groups. Start joining New Zealand groups. You know, the world is at our fingertips. We don't have to just be stuck where we are. In fact, I'm doing a personal blitz over in America right now. I'm selling stick packs in the USA, and I'm recruiting in the USA. That is my focus at the moment. All right, so that's one thing I wanted to cover. The next thing we wanted to talk about, posts not getting through. So I'm going to find one of the groups that I'm a member of. Eden Hills, here we go. I think Eden Hills is where Barb lives. I don't remember. Albany. That makes... Anyway. All right. So as I said in an earlier live, they've now split buy and sell pages up into two groups. It used to be that all the discussion posts and all the selling posts were in the same page, the main news feed, but they've changed it. And if it's a buy and sell group, the sales posts are going to be on the front landing page, and you actually have to click off to see the discussions. So when you scroll through, what you'll see is just sales posts listed, nothing else. And so if I lived in Eden Hills and I was going to go try to find something to buy, I may not even know that there's a whole discussion area that's going to be separate. So you really want to do this as a selling post. Okay, so we're going to click over and we're going to start selling something. And what I am selling is, I don't know how that happened. Hydration stick trial packs. Okay, because I'm selling it. We talk about NFR in Australia. We can't resell. We can't sell trial packs, right? So we've got to do that a little bit kind of dodgy shipping and handling cost. But what's happened is, on your website, we sell a 5-pack of sticks. In Australia, that's $18. And in the UK, I think that's $12.50. £12.50, sorry. So in this, you can't put 50 cents, Emma, so that's fine. You choose to put it probably to 13 is your safe bet. So that's what I'm selling, hydration stick trial packs. I'm going to put the cost of what they are on the website, and then I'm going to make sure my location is changed to the where I'm posting. So if I was in Melbourne, I'd change that to Melbourne. It's very easy to do. Or for this one, I'm going to live in Eden Hills. Eden Hills. There we go. Okay, so what am I selling? I'm selling hydration stick trial packs, and I need to do a post. There we go. Nope, that's not the one. Where is it? Okay, I'll have to make something up as we go, which is annoying. So sorry, guys. What's one of my posts? I don't even know now. Looking for 10 people to try hydration sticks. I love, so, you know, no one knows what they are. It's just so exciting. So sorry this is taking me a little while. Looking for 10 people to try hydration sticks. Simply add to water and enjoy. Who wants one? Very simple text. I am a firm believer in simple is best, especially when you're a simple gal like me. So who wants one? I'm going to see that and be like, oh, who does want one? That's a bit catchy. Things that do draw people's attention. Emma did a post the other day that wasn't approved, and I think it could have been because she sort of said go stick is for this and this, and sometimes Facebook may pick up on those things. But I'll have to talk to you, Emma, and see if you did try it again. So then I'm going to do a photo. Scrolling down, where's the image that I love using? I love using this one. We need to create more images like this. This is so eye-catching. Oh yes, and I did notice that a few people were like, oh, do you get 5 packs of 3? So I have been writing in there, who wants one? Oh, look for 10 people to try our hydration sticks trial. How my brain's not working. Who wants a trial pack of 5 sticks? There we go. Not that people read anyway, because there's clearly a price on that and still people think they're free. But anyway. All right, so then I just click next. And what can happen at this stage, and this is where I think a few people are, and why they're getting denied, is often, see the second bit says marketplace. Sometimes marketplace is automatically selected and you have to make sure to unselect marketplace. So even if you didn't select it, it could be selected. And this is one of the new things about Facebook. A Facebook group, the admin are in charge of the rules, right? So that's why when you go to groups, sometimes someone naughty posts like some nudity or something like that. That's because it gets through Facebook because the admins are in charge of that group. That's a new Facebook rule. Whereas Marketplace, that is adminned by Facebook. And so there are a lot stricter rules on posting in Marketplace. Okay, so at this stage, I'm posting in Albany and it just says no business ads. Unfortunately, I didn't check that. I was just trying to be quick. So anyway, I will unselect. I can't unselect that, but I will keep going for the sake of this video. This is the stage where you can collect more businesses to post in at once. This is a very cool idea when I was doing it really just on my own because no one else is posting it. But now as a group, collectively, if we're all posting, we want to be mindful of where others are posting as well. So I do normally select a couple. And if you're going to do that, make sure you go back and check that no one else is posting. And if there is someone else's post, you delete yours straight away or just post in one group at a time. Okay, and then I'm going to click post. And that's it. Approved. No problems. Now, I really think for the sake of time, where are we? 20 minutes. I'm going to keep going and then we can have like a bit of a Q&A at the end. I hope that's okay with you guys. We've just got a few things more to cover. And I know if you've got questions, don't forget them because I certainly want to hear them and I want to answer them as well. Pardon me. All right, so that's me posting. I've done my post. People are going to comment. And then on the page in our training group, I've said, you know, I've told you what I say. And I really do feel sometimes we try to know everything. We feel like we have to explain everything. We feel like we need to go into the nitty-gritty of everything. And sometimes, again, less is more. people are intrigued, and I often just send them that little image and like, do you want a trial pack? Not everyone says it. Some people are like, oh, I need more info. What are the ingredients? And they're the ones who are a bit needy, right? I'm just joking. That's what my boss says all the time. You're a bit needy, aren't you? No, they're not needy. They just need more information. And they're the ones I spend more time with, and they're the ones that I pop in my group, my VIP group, and or the stick events and all that kind of stuff. But the ones that just want it straight away, bad. And trust me, they're out there. They really are out there. They want something. They want to try it. Sticks are intriguing. They're different. Like, I think, get your head around that. Sticks are exciting. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you guys was the Google form. And I want to show you this because it is incredibly easy to set up. And it's really kind of important for many different reasons. You know, I know the girls are like, oh, you know, I'm not very tech savvy. I think I'll just stick to pen and paper, which is awesome for record keeping, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as you can see on my form, let's try to pick up my form. I say 3 very important questions at the end of my form that I would not say to a total stranger when I just sell them a trial pack. I wouldn't be like, hey, Bron, thanks for your payment. Would you like to sell sticks? Like, I wouldn't say that. I couldn't say that. And it's really quite like, oh, Nikki, why would you do that? That's so salesy and so pushy, right? But if someone put that on, it's on everything. Like, you go to the shops and you fill out a form, and at the bottom you tick, do you want promotional materials or whatever? It's on there. We're used to it being there. It's not offensive because you just tick no, okay? And just because someone's ticked no doesn't mean that later it's a yes for them, but you're sorting apples, okay? So that's what this is about. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of it. And so, okay, are you interested in earning an income from our products? Fabulous. I had like 3 out of 8 say yes. And it just means that they've opened up a conversation for me that I can now go to them and say, let's chat a little bit more about how you can make money. Now, I've done it in these 3 particular orders for a very good reason. Because if I started with, would you like to join our information event? And they said no, I've got nowhere to go from that. If they've said no to an information group, they're definitely not going to say yes to joining, and they're definitely not going to say yes to having a party. So, would you like to earn an income? No. Okay, not a problem. Would you like some free products? No. Okay, no worries. Do you want to join my group? Oh, okay. Like, it follows a really important plan, and it's 3 questions that sometimes we find very hard to approach. So this is why the Google form I find is really important, and it's really handy to have because you get the responses. They're up the top. I don't want to show any people's personal details, but it gives me all their names, all their addresses, what they want to order. It's all there, which is good for someone who's not a good record keeper like me. So let's have a look about how you make a Google form. Pardon me. As I said, it is quite simple. We go to googles.com/forms, whatever it is, and we go to personal. And this is attached to your Gmail. So if you don't have a Gmail account, I don't think you can work this. So you'll have to set one up. Now, I always start with a template. As you can see, there's blank, contact, RSVP. I'd start with a template because it makes it much easier. I'm going to click on contact information because that's got name and address already on it for me. I'm just going to go through the very, very basics. Okay, you can just change things. So, yeah, you just click on things to change it. Name, well, that's something we want, so we're going to keep that. Email, we want that. Address, we want that. Phone number, I don't want that. So I'm going to click the little trash can, and that's going to delete it for me. And then comments at the bottom, I don't want comments. So we're going to trash that as well. But it's not trashing. Trash. Trash. Okay, that's fine. We'll just turn comments into something else. Anyway. I'll move you over here. All right, so on the right-hand side of my screen, there is a plus in a circle. If you can see that, that's how you add a new question. I don't know what the other buttons are. I've never used them, so we won't go through those. I just click on that, and it usually pops up. My ruddy computer. I need a new one. There we go. Okay, so it's popped up. And you can ask your own question. So the question is, what samples would you like? Okay, you're going to obviously write it in a nicer language. Samples do you want? That's awful. Don't write that. Okay, and on the right of where the questions are, there is a drop-down menu, and you can have different responses. So a short answer would be where they just have to put their name, or core sticks, trim sticks. Paragraph if they've got a long speech to write you. The other thing I like is having the check boxes. So what samples do you want? You know, maybe you can get them to tick the 5 that they want, or whatever it is. So core, trim, something like that. It is really easy. I'm going to try to find a video for you guys so you can follow it as well, and you can copy my form word for word if you want to use it as well. If you need extra help, happy to chat one-on-one with you and help you create this form as well. So that's really, I think, mostly what we wanted to go talk about today, I think. I'm going to unmute you guys, and so then you can ask me any questions that you have. I'm just going to learn how to stop sharing my screen. There we go. Pardon me. So I will keep recording because the other girls that aren't on the call may have the same questions. Time-wise, we've still got, let's say, 10 minutes. So please feel free. If you girls have any questions, let me know, and we will work through them together.
Nikki, can I start?
Of course you can, Devanshi.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm just having some resistance in regards to the people wanting to join the event. And then if they're joining, I'm just kind of struggling. I want to obviously then want them to be in my VIP group, because I don't want to make them feel off that, okay, I asked you to join this group, then I'm asking to join this group. So it's like, how do you handle that?
To be honest, the ones that I'm putting into the event, I'm adding to my VIP group at the same time. And
how are you adding? Like, are you sending a friend request to them? Because
yes.
Okay.
You don't.
So are they accepting the friend request?
Hey.
No, I'm not friend requesting them. So I should be doing that?
Well, that's what I do, because that way they can see my personal profile, and because I post things about my business on there, I want them to get to know me as well. Not everyone's going to feel comfortable doing that, Devanshi. And so, yes, sending them the link is good. But I always say, you know, because sometimes they just don't use the link, do they? You send them this link and then they don't use it. So I say, it's a closed group. Do you mind if I send you a friend request, or send me a friend request, and I'll add you to these groups, and then you can just delete me if you want to.
Okay, I think maybe I'll try that way. Yeah.
You know, because then people get to know you as a person as well, and that's really important. And yeah, so that's what I do as usually, because if I send them the link, they just don't join it.
I think that's what would be happening with me, because they like, a couple of them bought the trial pack, but they are not joining the event. So I don't want to keep on pushing them, please join the event. And so I was just thinking, what's the way I can convince them?
Yeah, no, straight away.
Makes sense.
I send them a friend request. I want them as close to me as possible so they can never get away.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Do you have a question, Emma?
Yeah, I just realised my microphone was still muted. I've never done Google Forms before. Are they easy to like send out to people?
Yes. So when you're on your Google form, you get a link. Let's see. Where are we? Oops, don't do that. Don't share. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you again so I can show you how easy it is. So when you're on your Google form, you go to the send button, top right-hand corner, and this is how you email it. But if you press the paperclip in the sort of top middle screen, it'll give you this crazy, weird long link. But you can click the button underneath that says shorten link and then copy that and send it to them. And then, yeah, they'll be able to fill it out straight away. They don't need to have a Gmail address either. Anyone will be able to fill that out.
Great. Cheers.
How did you go with posting, by the way, Emma? Did you finally get a few posts through? Hello, sweetie.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Doesn't like wearing clothes. It's hit and miss depending on the sites. I'm going to try and post that same picture again, but without the go does this, so does this one, and see what happens.
Okay. That's a really good idea. And you know, a lot of the times as well, like if you click the button to post in multiple groups, you'll say, oh, I've posted in 10, but it's only gone to 10 pages. That's because some groups have admin post approval on. So they may not all get approved right away anyway.
I think the ones that I posted in yesterday, they can't have admin approval because they all got it was all like automated responses and stuff.
Yeah, no, then they've definitely, something's gone wrong.
But that's what I've been trying to do this for since it all started about a year ago, and there's very few groups where it automatically gets accepted.
Yeah.
You can have my phone in a second. I'm just using it.
Okay, so when we get off this, if you've got time this morning, give it a go again, and let me know. I want to hear. And then if it's not, message me and we can work one-on-one getting some posts approved. We'll see what we need to tweak or whatever it is, and do it that way.
Great.
Ron, do you have any questions?
So you were saying that with the Google form, so is it just the short link that people don't have to have a Google account to fill in?
No, either link is fine. It just looks neater, I guess, sending them the shorter one.
The only reason I ask is every time I have been asked to fill out a Google form, including the one from head office with the Super Saturday, I have to sign in with my Google account.
Oh, well, I might be wrong then.
And which was frustrating, the very first one, because I was actually on the Gold Coast with my son and his wife and the grandkids, and I'm thinking, my password's at home. And I meant to bring the book that I have it in with me, but I had forgotten, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to miss out, and how can I fill this out without this? Somehow I got around it, but I wasn't sure then if it had been accepted.
Okay.
I still don't know. I presume they got it. I still don't know whether points were added for it or not, because I have no idea where to find any of that.
We don't have that information. And look, maybe they do need to have a Google Forms account, but luckily that's Gmail, that's Google Play Store. Like most people will have a Google account. And if they don't, just do it by hand. Like if they say they can't, don't worry about it. I just think it's just going to give you that upper hand because you're sort of sorting out those apples straight away. And finding out who's going to be interested straight away, which is really exciting. It's really nice when someone ticks that box that they want to talk more about, like selling. You're like, yay!
Oh no, yeah. But something that I remember from easy over a year ago, around about the time everything went whatever, and I never did end up doing a Google form because we didn't know what was Martha or Martha at the time. But one of the girls said, here you can copy what I've done, but don't copy it from mine. Make your own, because if you copy and paste from hers, or you know, hey, we could have just turned around and sent her a link. It would send all the information to her.
Yeah, exactly. So create your own form and then steal my wording and put it in yours. Don't just give them my link or anything like that. Yes. No, don't do that.
Our business.
Yeah.
And you go, well, this is a nice surprise.
Yes. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up. You know, I'm always here. You can message me one-on-one. Bit of homework, set up that Google form, bit of homework, join 10 more groups, bit of homework, post in 10 groups, read the training in the group if you haven't had a chance already, and make today your day. There's still time in the night or morning in Emma's case. So let's get into action. It's very easy for me to go to bed and watch Netflix, but I'm going to stay up for another hour now on the computer posting in groups because I think sticks are really different and there is not that many people posting about them, which just makes it even more exciting. And I think if we can get over these hurdles that we're having about, you know, having posts not approved and all that kind of stuff, we will get through that. We will. We definitely will. Make sure.
Facebook hates me.
Oh, no. Well, it could. Facebook's not very nice sometimes.
Well, but because of what was happening last night, my husband was actually telling me that there's a new site that a lot of people are going to because of what Facebook's doing to them. Which I downloaded it and I haven't finished setting up my profile and that on yet. It's cool. I think it's called Me or
yeah, Me. Yeah, it's something I had a look at it a while back. I love Facebook. What were you going to say, Emma?
That's why I'm finding it so hard to get people into my M group because I kept them separate. And I just feel like it's so easy to add people to my nail one and people joining there all the time and post and things like that, and they're dead excited to post the pictures and things where I'm not getting that in my M group, and it's just like it's getting to the point where I'm posting in it and I'm thinking, is anyone even looking at it?
Yeah. And you know what, Emma? You and I have exactly the same problem, except reversed groups. In fact, I'm at a point where I'm thinking about closing my Jamboree Nows group and just doing my nutrition group. But
yes, you got one group for both, for all three.
But you got to think about it. Like, do you put as much effort into your nutrition group as you do your nails group? Like, is there the same love, like your passion?
No,
Are you talking to me?
I did try, and I was doing all of the what's in it Wednesday posts and trying to I don't know, make it fun, but it just, I think because I haven't got that sort of funnel of people coming in.
Yeah.
It's just not working as much.
And it's definitely about having new people. And I think we all know that groups are going to get boring if you're not adding new people. And so every time I see a drop in interaction in my VIP group, I do another sample post or whatnot to get new people in. And then the interaction goes up again. It just works hand in hand. It really does. All right, ladies, we're about to finish, so I might as well close us up. Please message me. You've got some homework for tonight. I'm going to get this video posted up so everyone can watch it. I really appreciate that you've jumped on. We've got another Zoom, the Vibe Tribe team meeting Zoom tomorrow night, which is your tomorrow morning, Emma, sorry. And so please feel free to jump on that one as well. I haven't decided what we'll talk about yet, but I'm sure we'll think of something fun.
Oh, no, I missed that one.
What was that, Rod?
I missed that post.
Yeah.
Oh, better go back.
I know. Well, we do it every Thursday now. This will be the second or third Thursday in a row. I'm still doing it, which is great. I'm not very good at consistency. All right, ladies, I hope you all enjoy your day and night, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.
Thanks, Bye.
Bye.